I'm in high school. Therefore, from the moment I turned 16, my parents wouldn't shut up about me needing to get a job. I didn't want to work as a waitress or work at a fast food joint, so I settled for babysitting. My experiences for the most part have always been good while babysitting. The kids are usually good, there's free food involved, etc. About 2 months ago, probably not even that long ago, my mom got a call from an old friend of hers asking if I still babysat. They were going out to a benefit, and they fired their original sitter due to finding out that she had been stealing small things throughout their house. I accepted, of course, and finally the day came, and I drove over there. I hadn't been to their house before that night, so I had no idea where I was going. When I say they lived far from town, I mean they really lived far from town. It felt like I had been driving for so long that I was already in the next state over. No matter though, soon enough, I see the only house for miles in the distance. I walked up to the front door, did my introductions, etc. She gave me a tour of the house and it was phenomenal. Allow me to give you a rundown of the house. It was 2 stories. Don't forget the attic and the basement. Beautifully decorated. Each room was 10 times bigger than they needed to be. Just a grand house overall. Also, by the time I got there, it was going on 6 p.m., and they were going to be gone until around 2 a.m. From the get-go, small but still creepy things start happening. I would be downstairs watching TV and would hear footsteps coming from upstairs. I would explore the house and would swear I was in a stupid scary movie due to all the jump scares that were happening to me. The kids fell asleep around 8 p.m. They were 6 and 8, so it was understandable. So I was ready to spend the next 6 to 7 hours alone. At exactly 8:44 p.m., the house phone started ringing. I can remember the exact time because I remember checking the clock thinking to myself, why would somebody be calling? I'm sure they know that these people went to a benefit. It wasn't that big of a deal though, so I answered it. I must have asked, hello, around 5 times in a row before finally hanging up. About 10 minutes later, the phone rings again. Hello? Hello, is anyone there? No answer. So I hang up. Throughout the course of an hour, the phone had rang 2 more times, but I decided not to answer because I just assumed they were prank calls. Finally though, the phone rings again. I decide I'm going to answer it and tell whoever it is to stop calling. Before I even have the chance to say anything, the person on the other end asks why I didn't pick up the last 2 times. I ask who it is, and I get no response. I sat there waiting for whoever it was to say something for at least 30 seconds before finally asking them to stop calling.
But I like the sound of your voice.
I got freaked out and instantly hung up. Immediately after I hung up, I started closing the curtains. You know that feeling you get when you think someone's watching you? Yeah, I had that feeling to the fullest extent. I think I started playing Temple Run or Angry Birds or some stupid game on my phone by that point. I hear someone walking down the stairs, and it's the 6-year-old telling me that she's scared of the monster hiding in her closet. I try to comfort her and laugh, telling her that if she just imagines things that she likes, then she won't think about monsters. I walk her back to her room, tuck her in, and close the door behind me. As I'm walking down the stairs, the phone rings again. By now, I'm not only creeped out, but annoyed by whoever keeps calling. I answer it and just flat out ask them what they want. And yeah, you guessed it, I get no answer. After I hang up, someone starts knocking on the front door. Am I that big of an idiot to answer the door in the middle of nowhere at going on 10-something at night? Hell no. I tried to look through the peephole, but it was being covered. I called the benefit and asked to speak with the parents. I speak with the mother and just ask if they think they'll be coming home sooner. I tried not to seem like anything was wrong, but I think she could just hear it in my voice. I told her everything was fine, that I was just getting weird phone calls, and that someone had knocked on the door. She asked if I wanted them to come home early, and I felt rude saying yes, so I settled with no. The house phone rings 3 times within 20 minutes at most, and I ignore all 3 calls. I really started to wish I had said yes to them coming home early. I tried to distract myself in so many ways possible, but nothing was really helping. The phone rings for the millionth time and I decide to answer it. Don't ask me why. I ask the same questions. Why do you keep calling? Why won't you say anything? And so on. He then starts to say that he's in the house and that he's watching the kids and myself. I try to play it off cool and laugh, asking him sarcastically, "Oh yeah? Then where are you?" He replies, telling me he's in a closet. Instantly, I remember the 6-year-old daughter telling me that she was afraid of the monster hiding in her closet. Before running upstairs, I called the police and told them that I thought someone was in the house. I was almost too afraid to go upstairs, but I somehow did it. I wake the kids up and race downstairs, and we get in the car. I turn it on and pull out, waiting outside the driveway, but not turning the car off. I was told to wait for the police, which was the only thing stopping me from leaving. The police got there and searched the house. They found that all of the knives from the knife holder had been removed and were found in the daughter's closet. Whoever had been there was long gone by the time the police got there. How he got in and out without me noticing, I have no clue. After that experience, I have never babysat again. Can you blame me?